Hey everyone, welcome back to A Insurance Pro. Today, we're diving into the misunderstood world of insurance myths. We're talking about those persistent nuggets of misinformation that your weird uncle might repeat at Thanksgiving. Insurance isn't exactly the sexiest topic, but it's incredibly important. It's the safety net that can prevent a minor mishap from turning into a major financial disaster. So buckle up, because today we're debunking 5 of the most common insurance myths that might be costing you money. From life insurance to health insurance, we're separating fact from fiction with precision. Just to keep things interesting. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Alright, let's kick things off with a myth that's as common as it is misguided. I'm single, I don't need life insurance. This myth is based on the flawed premise that life insurance is solely about replacing income for dependents. Even if you're as free as a bird, life insurance can still serve a valuable purpose. What happens to your debts if you're gone? Do you really want your student loans haunting your parents from beyond the grave? Probably not. Life insurance can help cover those outstanding debts, sparing your loved ones from an unwelcome financial burden.
And speaking of loved ones, even if you don't have a spouse or kids, you might still have parents, siblings, or even close friends who depend on you emotionally or financially. Life insurance can provide them with a financial cushion during a difficult time. Plus, let's not forget about funeral expenses. Those things can be surprisingly expensive, and the last thing you want is your loved ones dipping into their savings to pay for a lavish send-off.
So even if you're single, don't write off life insurance entirely. It's a valuable tool for protecting yourself and your loved ones, regardless of your relationship status. Okay, let's move on to another doozy of a myth. Health insurance only covers hospital bills. This myth fundamentally misunderstands the purpose of health insurance. Sure, major medical expenses are a significant part of what health insurance is designed for, but it's not just about those big, scary hospital bills. Many health insurance plans cover a wide range of services, including preventive care, mental health services, and even alternative therapies like acupuncture.
Now, I am not saying that every health insurance plan will cover every single thing under the sun. Coverage varies depending on your specific plan and provider. But the point is, health insurance is about so much more than just patching you up after a major accident. It's about keeping you healthy, plain and simple, and that includes preventive care, which can help catch potential health issues early on when they're often easier and less expensive to treat.
Think of it like this. Would you rather pay a small amount for regular oil changes and maintenance on your car? Or would you rather wait until your engine seizes up and you're facing a hefty repair bill? The same logic applies to your health. So the next time you hear someone utter the phrase, health insurance only covers hospital bills, gently correct them. Explain to them that health insurance is about so much more than just fixing what's broken. It's about staying healthy, preventing illness, and living your best life. Stay informed and make the most of your health insurance. Chapter 3. Myth 3? Insurance premiums? My wallet is crying just thinking about it. Let's tackle a myth that often makes people cringe. Insurance premiums are too expensive. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Insurance premiums can sometimes feel like a kick in the teeth.
But here's the thing. Insurance is an investment. It might not be as glamorous as investing in the stock market or buying a fancy new gadget, but it's an investment nonetheless. It's an investment in your financial security, your peace of mind, and your ability to weather life's storms without going completely bankrupt.
Think of it like this. You wouldn't begrudge the cost of a good roof over your head, right? Even though you might go years without ever experiencing a major leak or storm damage, you understand the importance of having that protection in place.
Insurance is the same way. You're paying for the peace of mind that comes from knowing that if the unexpected happens, you won't be left financially devastated.
Now I know what you're thinking. John, that's all well and good, but what about those astronomical premiums? How am I supposed to afford that on top of everything else? Well, first of all, not all insurance premiums are created equal. There are ways to shop around, compare rates, and find a plan that fits your budget.
And secondly, it's important to remember that the cost of not having insurance can be far greater than the cost of premiums. Imagine having to pay for a major car repair out of pocket. Or worse, imagine being hit with a mountain of medical debt after an unexpected illness.
So yes, insurance premiums can be a pain in the neck, but they're a necessary evil, like flossing or paying taxes. It's about protecting yourself from financial ruin and ensuring that you can bounce back from life's inevitable curveballs. Remember, insurance is not just an expense, It's a safety net. It's there to catch you when life throws you off balance. So next time you see that premium bill, think of it as a small price to pay for a much larger peace of mind. Chapter 4, Myth 4. The government's got my back. I don't need private insurance. Ah yes, the classic I can just rely on government insurance myth. This one is particularly pervasive, and it's easy to see why. The allure of having the government take care of all your insurance needs is strong. After all, the idea of the government swooping in to save the day with its safety net of social programs is a comforting thought. It feels like a safety blanket that will always be there.
But here's the thing about government insurance. It's often more like a patchwork quilt than a safety net. It's stitched together with good intentions but can be full of holes. It might cover some things, but there are often gaps, limitations, and exclusions that can leave you exposed. These gaps can be significant and unexpected.
Think of it like this. Imagine trying to build a house using only the materials you could find for free. You might get some parts right, but many essential elements will be missing. Sure, you might be able to cobble something together, but it's probably not going to be the most structurally sound or aesthetically pleasing dwelling. It might not even be safe to live in.
Government insurance can be a bit like that. It might provide a basic level of coverage, but it's often not enough to fully protect you from financial hardship. The coverage can be minimal and sometimes inadequate. That's where private insurance comes in. It's like hiring a contractor to come in and finish building your house properly. They bring expertise and materials that you wouldn't have access to otherwise.
Private insurance can fill in the gaps left by government programs, providing you with more comprehensive coverage and greater peace of mind. It ensures that all your bases are covered. It's like having a backup generator for when the power goes out, or a spare tire for when you get a flat. These are the things that keep you going when the unexpected happens.
Now, I'm not saying that government insurance is useless. It plays a vital role in providing a safety net for those who need it most. It's an essential part of our social fabric. But it's important to remember that it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Private insurance can provide an extra layer of protection, ensuring that you're not left high and dry when life throws you a curveball. It's about having a complete safety net that you can rely on.
Chapter 5. Myth 5. Insurance? I'm too young to worry about that. And last but not least, we come to the granddaddy of them all, the I'm too young to think about insurance myth. This one is so deeply ingrained in our culture that it's practically a rite of passage for young adults to scoff at the mere mention of insurance. It's almost like a badge of honor to dismiss it. But here's the thing about this myth. It's about as logical as saying, I'm too young to start saving for retirement, or I'm too young to develop healthy eating habits. These are all crucial aspects of responsible adulthood. Just like those other aspects of adulting, insurance is something that's best addressed sooner rather than later. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be in the long run. Why? Well, for starters, the younger you are, the healthier you generally are. This is a significant advantage when it comes to insurance. And the healthier you are, the lower your insurance premiums will be. It's basic economics, really. Insurance companies assess risk, and young, healthy people represent a lower risk. Insurance companies are in the business of assessing risk, and young, healthy people represent a lower risk than, say, someone who's pushing 80 and subsists on a diet of bacon and whiskey. It's a simple equation. But it's not just about the premiums. There's more to consider. The earlier you get insurance, the more time you have to build up coverage and establish a financial safety net. This can be a crucial buffer in times of need. It's like starting to save for retirement in your 20s versus your 50s. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow and compound. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow and compound. This principle applies to insurance as well. Plus, let's not forget about the unpredictable nature of life. Accidents happen, illnesses strike. These events can be financially devastating if you're not prepared. And sometimes, those unfortunate events occur when we least expect them. Having insurance can provide peace of mind and financial protection. By putting off insurance, you're essentially gambling with your financial future. It's a risky bet that could have serious consequences. So my advice to all you young folks out there is this. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now. Get insurance now while you're young, healthy, and still have a full head of hair. It's a smart move that will pay off in the long run. Your future self will thank you for it. Trust me, it's one of the best decisions you can make for your financial well-being. And there you have it, 5 insurance myths debunked, dissected, and hopefully laid to rest once and for all. Remember, insurance is not about living in fear, it's about planning for the unexpected. It's about protecting yourself and your loved ones from financial hardship and ensuring that you can bounce back from life's inevitable curveballs. So the next time you hear someone repeating one of these insurance myths, don't just nod politely and pretend to agree. Channel your inner insurance guru, armed with the knowledge you've gained today, and set them straight. And who knows, you might just save them from making a costly financial mistake. Like, comment, and subscribe for more insurance content that's both informative and entertaining. And hey, if you've got any burning insurance questions, feel free to reach out to us at your contact information. We're always happy to help.